Dilla?
It's like, there's a couple of times when you first hear Dilla. There's the first time you hear Dilla and you don't know it's Dilla. And then there's the first time you hear Dilla and you know it's Dilla. So the first time I heard Dilla and I didn't know it was Dilla was my mum. She had a Slum Village album. And I didn't know that it was Dilla, but I always saw that album in the house. And I remember it because it sounded different to everything else that was around at the time. So I didn't really pay too much attention to it because I was on this new time thing. And then a couple years on, I was doing a show with Iron Braids and T1 and the rest of my team. And basically we was in a car and I heard the Heist from the Rough Drugs on the tape or on the CD or something. It was Iron Braids CD. It was with Mike. Shout out to Mike. I was like, what the fuck is this? Because this shit sounds ill. And the thing about it, is that T1, he was always telling me this brand is a sick producer and that. And I was like, no, originally sick producer and that. But he used to talk about how clean the kits were and shit. But yeah, anyway, so I heard that song and I was like, this shit's amazing. And then
now I'm mashing on the
that's when I realized it was Dilla because I was told, Iron Braids told me that.
This is worse than the last, man.
Yeah, that's the first time when I heard Dilla.
What were the songs that you didn't know was J Dilla that you actually liked before?
What's her name? Janet Jackson and Q-Tip.
Yeah.
And it was sampled, it's got Jody Mitchell sample in it. Something about
Oh yeah.
he did that. You see what I'm saying? And I never knew that shit. And there's like Breathe Stop with Q-Tip. A lot of leaders are like bust around old shit and new shit. But there's just a whole bunch of other stuff that you never know about. And then when you hear it and you realise it was Dilla, you're like, oh shit. And then you realise it because you know Dilla.
So what's the topic of the mixtape and why is it called I Bet You Thought I Wouldn't But?
Well, it's called I Bet You Thought I Wouldn't But because anyone who knows me knows how I feel about mixtapes and I fucking hate them. Like, for real, I don't see the point in rappers doing the mixtapes. Like, back in the day, a mixtape was not what it is now. Like, you'll get a rapper who raps over other people's beats, right? That they've never even heard before. You never heard that beat. You'll get it specifically for the mixtape and do like 20 songs, put it out, and not call it an album. But then when the album comes out, it's shit, and it's got worse beats. So I'm like, back in the day, like a mixtape was like Funk Master Flex. We put a compilation together of a bunch of rappers rapping over each other's beats, but like they're freestyling in the radio station or something. And they'll put that together. Like guys will do shit specifically for DJs. And it'll be a compilation album. And even that's not a mixtape. But that was what a mixtape was. So it's like, I bet you thought I wouldn't do that shit, but I did it. So, and the topic of the fucking album, or the EP or mixtape, whatever you want to put it, is down to you. It's basically just about whack rappers, isn't it? It's about weed. It's just about shit rappers, isn't it? Like,
what would you define as a whack rapper?
Someone that can't come after me on a tune. Someone that's for you lot to answer, really. Like, you know, if you're a fan of me, yeah, then you know what a whack rapper is. I don't even have to really say anything. But it's man who can't come after me on a tune and do it convincingly. Like, from time you're turning off the tune, after you know I've spat my verse, then that guy is whacking it. Like, basically, a whack rapper to me is someone who shouldn't rap. But like they do it anyway because everyone's getting away with it now.
So they're just copying, is that what you mean?
Yeah, everyone sounds like someone else. You see what I'm saying? Everyone sounds like gigs. To me, in this English thing, like no one don't sound like themselves. So I'm like, respect to gigs, innit? Because he came out with a style and then everyone bit it, and now to the point where if you've never heard gigs, you'll say gigs sounds like someone else. When gigs sounds like him. But fortunately, no one sounds like me. So I'm just like saying to everyone who sounds like someone else, you're whack. And I'm saying, like back in the day, man couldn't rap. man couldn't rap the way they're rapping now and still do it. Like a lot of these guys are the type of guys that back in the day, they would have said, yeah, I tried to rap, but I wasn't sounding like Nas. I wasn't sounding like Rakim. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't sounding like Big L. So then they stopped because it was like they didn't sound of that caliber. But now, man are like just rapping because they sound like someone else. They got the same type of voice, so they do it. And they're not good rappers, like. I can talk about that shit all day. Like, it's a very round answer. I can't really just pinpoint it. But a whack MC, my fans will answer that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you need to answer. I've already kind of.
So, what's your favourite Dilla album?
I was thinking about that shit, and I can't really answer it. Like the first J Dilla album that I heard was probably. It wasn't even a J Dilla album. It was Common's album, the Electric Circus one. Something, I think that's what it's called anyway. But Dilla had a lot to do with the album. Not all of it. He produced like most of it, and it was different. It's mad different. And I didn't know at the time that it was a Dilla album. But then when I found out, I was like, yeah, that shit's dope. So there's that album, the J-Lib album. I think he smacked it. I think all of his albums are great. You know what I mean? It's like that's the thing about this guy. All of his albums, they're all actually sick. He doesn't really come out with nothing wet. I can't really answer all of his albums. You know, all of them.
So, what would you do if J Dilla was still alive and he was here right now with you?
I'd give him money to know them. They're here. I don't even want to eat that, but it's in the spirit of J Dilla. I hope this shit don't look funny, but yeah, if I was with Dilla was around, I would basically go to the studio with him, go to his studio, and just like make beats with him all day. I would like take the same sample that he took, leave the room, come back in about an hour and see what each have done with it, and see what he's done with it, and see what I did with it, and then just pick his brain really, just say, right, how did you do that? Or can you got any pointers for me? See if I can learn off of it. And like, you know, just be around him. I'd love to just be around him, see what he's about, you know? Because I think, like, basically the thing with Dilla is he's doing shit with production that I've only just started doing. Like, he was doing that shit like 10 years ago. And he's hearing things, like samples that I'm just discovering. Like, I'll be listening to something, I'm like, oh shit, that's heavy. Go and listen to the rest of the album. Dilla sampled most of it. And he did that shit 10 years ago. And I'm pissed because I'm like, I'm only just hearing this guy now. Like this artist that he's sampling from. So I need to be around him to see his record collection and all that, you know? That's what I think I'll do. I just go to the studio with him. And that's it, really. In the spirit of...
The spirit of Dilla.
Yeah, man. Alright.
Peace.
Yeah, man.